Today, we're taking a look at guitars with no compromises.
Dream guitars.
Today, we're going to take a look at guitar builds where we just threw out the idea of even worrying about what it costs whatsoever and decided what would be the guitar we want the most here. How can we make this just exactly what we want, and we'll worry about how much it costs later.
Yeah, so really guitars with no compromise at all. Every one of these guitars was just spec'd, trying to get the best, coolest thing we could possibly get. So we didn't really think about the end cost of it.
No, sometimes the end cost is very surprising. It's a little painful sometimes, but all these guitars that we're going to show you today came out so cool, and we're so glad we did it. And we try and bring that attitude to a lot of the guitars we're speccing out here. We don't have to go crazy on every single build, but we like to go crazy on builds and get the guitars that we think would be the coolest guitars to have.
Yeah, these are all great examples of that.
Yeah, let's dig in. We're going to take a look at a Gretsch Masterbuilt Falcon that we had. The finish on this one was inspired by a Fender Custom Shop Strat that we did in purple sparkle metallic over black Paisley. Thought the look was really cool, and then thought, you know what, that'd be really cool on a Masterbuilt Gretsch.
Yeah, this was a really cool guitar. Every time they do Paisley on a guitar, it has to be a Masterbuilder anyways. And when we were at the Fender Custom Shop, we actually went up to Gretsch's Custom Shop, which is a floor up. It has its own separate little division inside of Fender Custom Shop. And we saw all those Paisley sheets, little wallpaper sheets that they put on it.
Yeah, and that trip was really interesting. That factory in particular, the Gretsch Custom Shop, like, I think people would be really surprised at just how small it is. Like, it is very, like, they're not using CNCs, they're using like molds and stuff. It's very old school. That's why it takes years to get any guitars out of there. And there's only a few guys there. The Gretsch stuff is no joke to put together, right? It's there's some serious skills involved in building these guitars. And every Masterbuilt Gretsch that we've had has been pretty awesome, to tell you the truth. Like, they've all been really, really great instruments. So this one also has the Ray Butts Filtertron pickups.
Yeah, and he was, I think, the original designer of Filtertron pickups. They're clear, they're articulate, they're super dynamic, they're very open sounding. They're truer to the original Filtertron style Ray Butts pickups.
Yeah. Well, this guitar sounds unbelievable. It's found a home, but worth saluting it. One of the great dream guitar builds.
Yeah, it was a really cool build. This is a really special build. This is a private stock 594, and it's done in a Neo-Tokyo kind of cyberpunk, futuristic Japan theme. And it had a one-piece quilted maple top, which is really wild on this.
Yeah, the guitar came out unbelievably cool. And this was one that Sean really designed. He went as far as actually doing the design work for the inlay set, laying it all out on a fingerboard, and then getting the thing approved by PRS private stock to make, which they didn't really want to do a bunch of the things that we got done, and I don't think we'll ever get it done again. However, they did it. Lumen inlay down the side, so glow-in-the-dark fingerboard inlays, and glow-in-the-dark outline of the eagle on the headstock. Really cool.
Yeah, we may have broke the system with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inlays really tied this build together, but that top, that one-piece quilted maple top, it was insane. And they gave us 3 to pick from, and that was, I think, by far like the craziest quilt. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah,
absolutely gorgeous. And now we can't get any like quilted one-piece tops. That's a thing of the past right now. They haven't had any. They're not even able to fill orders for existing orders for one-piece tops. So feel really fortunate that we did get this one for this build, and it came out just great.
And that finish, the fade that was on that finish, really highlights different aspects of that quilted top. Like, that top in the light really popped.
Oh yeah,
it looked insane.
This guitar definitely qualifies as a dream guitar. Like, opening the case, when we first saw it, you kind of lose your breath.
I know the guy who got is absolutely in love with this guitar, and it was a dream guitar for him.
Easy to fall in love with this guitar.
Okay, this is, in my opinion, the best that Gibson Custom Shop has to offer. This was a 59 ultra heavy H made to measure Murphy Lab Les Paul in Iguana Burst.
Iguana Burst. You all remember that 1950s color Iguana Burst, of
That's
course.
original.
It's original. They made that. That's the McCarty era. That definitely was a thing that was happening. It was not, but what if it were? That's kind of what we're thinking. That finish, let's take a modern finish, let's put that aging on it and come up with something that's a complete like departure from reality, but looks really cool.
Yeah, Iguana Burst really suits this build very well. This was another hand-picked top that we picked out when we were at Gibson. Like perfect, even flame, really well book matched. And I know the back on this was also green, so it kind of tied the whole build together.
Yeah, the green back, green neck. Also, the finish on the ultra heavy age, there's finish missing from the neck, finish missing from the body. This guitar, other than being Iguana Burst and ultra heavy age, is also just a great guitar. Lightweight, really resonant. I'm sure, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but if I were a guy who was building Les Pauls all the time and then something like that came across my bench, I'd be like, wow, this is different. Because the first time we ordered one, I'd never seen a Iguana Burst Murphy Lab guitar.
Yeah, this was a really exciting guitar, and it still had the traditional appointments. So the custom buckers, the long neck tenon, the 59 neck, all the things you'd normally get on a 59, but the finish and top were the custom parts.
Yeah, amazing guitar. Next guitar is this one right here, James Tyler Studio Elite Vice Vomit finish.
I absolutely love this finish. I remember when you showed it to me first, I thought, I really like that, but I don't know if anyone else is going to like that.
Well, the guy who came up with this finish, Kyle Carrick, he had posted videos on YouTube and online on Instagram of him with this guitar. When I saw it, I was like, what is that? That's amazing. I love it. But what can we do to take that idea over the top? And what we came up with was asking to do the full painted neck.
Yeah, and it looks pretty perfect on this. I know the way that they were able to do that was still getting the inlays to show through. They had to sand around the inlays. So you can see on the neck, the inlays have a little bit of sanding around them so they can pop through.
Yeah, which is really cool. We've done this as well on the Alien Guano. We came up with that idea of the fully painted neck. So we've been doing some of these fully painted necks, and it really comes out great on this. We ran into Kyle when we were down at James Tyler last NAMM, and what he said to us was, he's like, I love to see someone take the idea right over the top. And that's what this is. And to me, this would be one of my dream guitars right here.
Yeah, this is really the embodiment of the 80s in many ways. And it's the other side of the ocean. It's not the Neo Tokyo guitar. This is that kind of Miami Vice, anything goes, over the top. I think of Ferraris, white Ferraris.
Yeah.
That kind of...
Imagine a Ferrari in this paint job.
I'm sure someone's done it somewhere.
This guitar has the JTO pickup set. So each pickup is actually a humbucking pickup. You've got series parallel for each one, plus the active mid boost. You can really do everything with this guitar. You can get every sound. It's to me, this is the coolest looking guitar ever. So like props to Kyle for coming up with that idea. And then I love the painted neck version as well.
Yeah, and their finish is really interesting. Their satin finish is sprayed satin, and it doesn't really feel like any other guitar.
No. I have a James Tyler guitar personally, not in this finish yet, but that's one of the things I love about it is the feel of the finish, and it doesn't mark up. I've had my gig regularly and had my guitar out plenty, and there's not one mark on it. So some satin finishes are really prone to marking, but these James Tyler finishes are really, really solid.
Yeah, and another thing I really like is the rolled fingerboard edges. They're so nicely rolled on James Tyler guitars.
It's true. You can look at it, almost look like they're scallop frets, but it feels so comfortable.
And this is a build that we tend to try to have something in stock with the Vice Vomit finish, and this is what we have at the moment.
I think I'm getting ready to order another one today, actually.
So we should plug this in and hear how it sounds.
Yeah, let's check it out. Hey, thanks for watching our video on dream guitars.
It was really fun to go through the catalog of cool custom one-off builds that we've had throughout the years with no compromise.
Yeah, this is the fun stuff. And we've got fun stuff coming in all the time. Check out our website, lauzonmusic.com, new arrivals, and see all the new stuff.
And if you like this channel, please like the video and subscribe to see more content like this.
Thanks for watching.